I don't usually do this, but a lot of people was asking, does this work in -50 Grandmaster? This gifted conviction build that I made. So I want to show you guys that the build I made for gifted conviction, if you tweak it a little bit, it does work in -50 Grandmaster. So we're gonna go in here. I know it's been a while since y'all see my face. Oh my god, black man, I know. But I'm finna go in here and show you guys -50 with gifted conviction on pure arc. Okay, I'll probably do, not probably, I will do a video in the future saying the top 100 builds for the final update, okay, that you can run around a -50 for each subclass, okay, each subclass, not just one particular subclass. It'll probably have like 8 builds in there for you guys to enjoy. But I wanted to show you guys the build in action so y'all don't think I'm a fraud, and just let you guys know, like, hey, I like building builds that are for fun, but I can give y'all the try hard builds if that's what you guys want. But I feel like most of the content in the game is -30, so some of y'all want to just have fun. But in this build, we are using Bastion. So we're just going to use Bastion to get Saint Fist going. And then now we're just kind of freeballing, okay? We can do whatever we want to do, okay? Like, they can't really do nothing to us. I just get to have fun, basically. I get to have fun. Purposely punch this man to get my stacks up because I want to. Yep. Hold him, bullied him. And now this where the craziness happens. Because literally, I'm just invincible. I can just shade step all day to have health near me. Bashing people to get that 300% melee buff. So I can one-shot people easily and hard to end content. I won't die because I'm always shade step, put a heal burst out here. And I'm invincible. I'm blinding everything. I'm doing dumb damage with taser tag. Throw a little few regular punches in when I want. Right? Bastion. Then I can Tempest Strike. And yeah, it's just light work, okay? I'm going to show a little bit more just to show you guys that, again, it's not a fraud build. You can truly use it on anything you want to do hard to end content with and never die. And the good thing about this build is you can help any teammate out in hard to end content. Your teammates should never die because of you doing this. You're literally healing everyone. You're blinding everybody. You're literally the mom of the group. Like, you make sure everybody stays completely safe in this -50 environment. Okay? Now this when they start throwing champion and stuff at me, which A-okay. Just shoot him, throw my ult at him, and then we go right back to doing what we're doing. Just go right back. You see how I'm just tanking everything? Like, again, throw a Bastion thing in there. He's stunned, but we ain't gonna use our Tempest Strike. So what you want to do, you want to be careful when it comes to hitting tanky enemies and hard to end content, because they're not going to die, so it's going to ruin your combo. So you want to just go over there and just punch them normally. Okay, you want to punch them normally so you can spam your melee non-stop to be able to abuse combination below ×3. Okay? And in this build, you don't have to run the sword because since everybody's tanky, literally you're going to get stacks of the initiatives with Warlord Royal Armor set. Okay? You're a little bit tanky. Shoot you. Hold on. You pushed me a little bit. Yep. And then he's tanky, like I said. Blind him. And I did all these healing things out here for my teammates. Like, I literally can abuse this non-stop. Okay? Some of you guys talking about, I bet you can't use it in -50 guys. Yes, you can. You can use it in -50, bro. Okay, I didn't follow my plan, so I may die right here. You're supposed to, on tanky enemies, you're supposed to punch them. I didn't do that. Bye, cruel world. Bye. It's cool. I need to die. Maybe. Hold on. Wait a minute. Second chance. Second win. We got the second win. I finished show y'all the build, so this video not too long. But I mean, I guess this can show you guys what I mean by you're never gonna be struggling. I'm gonna follow my rules, like I said. When it's a tanky enemy, you don't do Tempest right. Okay? Boom. And then right back in there. Even though Tempest Strike do give that 75% damage resist. This is, you know. Yep. And that's GG's. Again, I don't want to be showing you too long because it's 2 builds I want to show you guys. It's 2 builds, try hard builds, okay? God, you still alive, bro? Die. Okay, I got an audience to feed, bro. I got an audience to show, bro. Okay? So as y'all see, there was no struggle. You can do this whole strike, -50, okay? And in your heavy slot, well, I'm showing the build right now. Okay, so boom. We're using Bastion. Bastion is a juiced up 1-2 punch, okay? It's staggered unstoppables, but it's a juiced up 1-2 punch. Hitting the target with most of the pellets in this burst, melee damage, increased melee damage for a short duration, for 3 seconds. Instead of 150% like a 1-2 punch shotgun, this gives you 300% for your melee do more damage. You kind of need that in juiced up content like this where -50 all the enemies are tanky. So I love using Bastion and handles unstoppable champions as well. And when I do melee damage, it increases the damage of Bastion as well. It's a good loop. If you got the Catalyst, I believe it's Grey Robber for the Catalyst, just ultra good for Bastion. Amazing weapon for a melee build, okay? Your primary can be whatever you want. I chose the primary to give me a Void Overshield. Because of the artifact that I showed y'all the other day on the last video, yesterday's video. And then golly, slow down. Your heavy can be whatever you want that's going to be good for DPS against a boss or to help fill up a champion role that you don't have in your build, okay? So I chose Commemoration for DPS, but also to deal with barrier champions in case I got to go against them. But you already know, whatever activity you in, you know what champions are in there, you can change it out, okay? I want it to be different. Everybody's using the Tablet of Ruin for arc build, which is good as well. But I want it to be different because we're using melee damage. I want to use encrypted data disk instead of me spamming the slice and stuff. But again, I got that build for you guys as well. But I didn't want to spam the festival flight in almost every build for try hard content. Even though that is the right way to do things in this final sandbox, I want it to be different. Taser tag. Whenever you do a power melee, it jokes. I don't get paid enough for this. It jokes targets when you hit them for power melee, which would be us constantly punching a tanky enemy or us doing Tempest Strike, and it does further damage. That's why you see some of the enemies in there. They would just keep getting jolted. They was over here. They just kept falling back because of the taser tag, and they couldn't do anything. They just infinitely staggered, and then they also getting blinded in this build because of blinding jokes. Killing a jolted target blinds them. So this is why survivability is so easy in this build, because everybody's blinded and they constantly get hit by taser tag that they staggering nonstop and they're really not hitting you. We got on Singularity Blade in here, so in case you do get a Void Overshield from your Repulsive Brace from your primary, you will get weakening with your melees. We got on Armor Smith that gives 100% extra damage for our melee whenever we do Breaking Combatant Shield and Hardened content. We got Dielectric on to give us health back whenever we kill a lot of arc jolted people, on top of the combination below giving us health. So this is how you stay alive as well, with the us putting out the healing drones 24/7 in this build. Every time you chase them, you get health like his Worm God Caress. Not Worm God Caress, like Worm Husk. Yeah, Crown. The helmet that hunters use, the exotic helmet. We got Fierce on for finisher blows, finishers give us freaking grenade and melee energy. And then we got Power to Pain. So when we do get that Void Overshield on and we get a Temp Strike off to kill multiple people, we'll get Devourer in our build to stay alive longer. Okay. So you can use build in any content. This is the subclass. I got Gathering Storm on. You definitely can put on Arc Staff in this build if you want to. Gambler's Dodge, obviously, combination blow, Pulse Grenade. Tempest Strike, 75% damage resist whenever you use it for 4 seconds, and the jolt targets, and we get Bolt Charge for killing jolted targets. We got Lethal Current on to make our melees do even more damage, and jolt targets, but also too, damaging any jolted target for melee attack also blinds them. So not only we making blind explosions when we kill jolted enemies, we're blinding enemies from hitting them with Tempest Strike while they're jolted. And we can do that to a tanking enemy. We just keep punching them while they jolted, like I was showing you guys. So they blind non-stop and they won't do anything to us. Fragments, Marker Frequency, so that we get more bolt charges while amplified. We got on Sparking Discharge, so we get Iron Trace to give us bolt charges. We got on Sparking Ion, so that we get defeating Joe targets and target with bolt charge gives Iron Traces to go in tangent with this. And then we got on Spark Resistance, get that 25% damage resistance and plus 10 melee stat. Then the armor we're using the Dark Age armor set from Warlord Ruins. That's how we're making all them healing drones out there from doing melee damage. We get stacks. Stacks go up to 5, equaling more health. And the stacks decay. So when they go from 5 stacks and go to 0, it go to 4 stacks. So you can keep the uptime on this almost indefinitely. And the armor stats you want to go for skirmish to give you melee stat, and then your secondary is weapon stat, and then you want to get your tertiary inside class so that you can get 100 class stat, 200 melee stat, and then like 125 weapon stat, 150 weapon stat. Okay, I don't have the perfect rolls, and y'all seen the build was still going good. I got to steal farm Warlord Ruins for the perfect armor set with the perfect tertiary, because my class stat is only 67. 65 is keeping me from being able to still do the gameplay loop with the melee and the shade step, melee and shade step. But I would love 100 just in case I do a melee and they don't kill somebody in my class, so ability will come back quick, and I will still, you know, do good. And then sometimes I can finesse above 100, so whenever I do a shade step, I get an overshield for even more survivability in this build, since we will be doing that non-stop with this armor set and this gameplay loop. And I only got 170 melee stat. I don't have 200 like usually. So yeah, the build is amazing. Here go the mods. Hands-on for super energy, special ammo finder, kinetic siphon. We got heavy-handed in our arm piece to make an orb power every time we kill somebody from melee. Resist mods on our chest piece, better already. Insulation, orbs restoration. Reaper, powerful attraction, pick up the orb from every shade step from making all the orbs from the melee kills with Tempest Strike. And then we got distribution, because we are shade stepping near enemies non-stop, meaning we get ability energy for all our abilities. So that's the build in case you want to use something very broken, help your team out, you know, team oriented, help blind out the enemies, putting out heal drones, and something different than the usual slice combo artifact crap. This is the build to go for. It's harder to grind for, but it's very broken, and you can solo any -50 content with this. Now, if you're someone that, hey, I want balls to the wall, I don't care, I want all the slice-ish, this is the build right here for you. Change it up. You put on Tablet of Ruins, and you go Defibrillating Blast, so you get heals. You get 70 HP. It's like Devour, basically 70 HP every time you do trigger a bolt charge. Yeah, basically whenever you trigger a bolt charge, you get 70 health. Okay, so you stay alive longer. We got 2 Distress, so whenever you kill a severed enemy, you put out a Whale Spring out there for Wolfing Mail on top of freaking Gifted Conviction, 50% damage resist, and Tempest Strike, 75% damage resist. And we use an Exodus down arm set in this set, so another 30% damage resist. You basically immortal. Okay, Horror Shuttle for the Threatlings, and when you kill an unraveled person, then the Threatling make a severed person. Yada yada, more severed people, more Whale Springs out there for Wolfing Mail. Flash over, so our lightning bolts do more damage. Our bolt charge do more damage, like 100%, 50% more damage, whatever. Go from there, so we get some heavy ammo with our special ammo. And then we got Dielectric on for more HP, killing Arc Joe to people. And then we got Unraveling Round, so that our strand weapon unravel. The weapons we are using is a 1-2 punch shotgun with sword breaker. Sword break from Crota's raid, because it does get sliced. You can craft this, get sliced in 1-2 punch. Since this will be your slice weapon instead of you spraying Festival Flight non-stop, you can still get your 1-2 punch fantasy with this build, since it is a melee build. I got on Water Crota for the Void Overshield and to deal with barrier champions, and then I got Truth on for DPS, obviously, right? Highest DPS weapon in the game right now on its own, so you can just use this against bosses and stuff, so you don't feel like, oh my god, I can't do nothing when a tanky boss pop up. This is your DPS weapon. Armor mods, we got special ammo finder. Don't worry, picking up special ammo get heavy ammo because they go from lead and the artifact. I got a super fine on just to work with Exodus down to keep that 30% damage resist on. We got hands on for super energy, 3 heavy handed as usual. Resist mods chest piece. We got void scavenger on for more truth ammo. Strand scavenger on for more sword breaker ammo. Shotgun, better already, survivability. We got powerful attraction on and reapers, shade step, we got all the orbs and stuff and whatnot. And then we got utility kickstart in our class item. So that we can shade step, get the 30% easily. Our fragment stuff is basically the same, like I just showed you guys, in aspects and whatnot. Again, you can change your super to arc staff if you want to, dealer's choice. And yeah, and I can show you guys some gameplay of this a little bit. And yeah, that's the try hard build. If you want to keep watching, you can. If you just want to see this build in action, if not, that's the end of the video. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys as always. I don't know how long this video gonna be. Hopefully y'all don't hate me for it being too long. But y'all did say y'all want a -50 build, so here you are. You know, sometimes take a little bit to show off the build so it can cook a little bit so you guys can see it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there go the rest of the gameplay for you guys.
It's our entryway into the Ascendant plane nearby.
We need to clear out these fortifications first. Eliminate all hostiles, Guardian.